There's a battle that never ends. A war waged not with fists, but within. It's a fight against a force more dangerous than any enemy you've faced. It's ego. This enemy hides in the shadows, whispering lies, telling you what you want to hear, filling your head with delusions of grandeur. But the truth, it's simple. Ego will break you, if you let it. Ryan Holiday's Ego is the Enemy is more than a book. It's a blueprint for survival. It shows you the way to win the war against yourself. The way to overcome the illusions ego creates and rise above the pitfalls it lays before you. To understand this battle, Holiday takes us through 3 stages of life: aspiration, success, and failure. In each stage, ego waits, ready to strike. But if you see it, if you know what to look for, you can defeat it. Now let's begin. The first battleground is aspiration. Aspiration, the fire that drives us to be more, to rise above the ordinary. But that fire, it can burn you if you're not careful. You see, ego thrives in the realm of ambition. It twists your hunger into entitlement. It makes you believe that just because you want something, you deserve it. That's the first mistake. And it's fatal. Holiday makes it clear. Ego is born in the gap between what you dream and what you've earned. When you reach for greatness, ego whispers that you're already there, that the world owes you success because you desire it. But the truth? The world owes you nothing, nothing. Every inch you gain, every victory you claim, it's earned through sweat, pain, and relentless discipline. Look at John DeLorean, a man with vision, a man with drive. He built his company with revolutionary ideas, but his ego told him he didn't need anyone's help. He believed his genius was enough. He ignored the details, the foundations, the necessary hard work. And in the end, it all came crashing down. DeLorean's empire collapsed, not because he lacked ambition, but because ego blinded him to the work still ahead. The lesson is clear. Aspiration is only the beginning. But if you let ego convince you that desire alone will get you there, you're already doomed. Ego wants you to believe you're entitled to success. But the truth? Success is earned, not handed to you. The real fight is in the work, in the grind. You keep your head down, you stay humble. That's how you rise. Lesson 2, be a student. The greatest enemy to growth is thinking you've already arrived. Ego tells you to stop learning, to stop listening. But the path to mastery, it's endless. If you want to conquer ego, you have to stay a student, always. No matter how far you've come, how much you've achieved, there's always more to learn. Holiday uses the story of Genghis Khan, a leader who, even in victory, never stopped seeking wisdom. Khan surrounded himself with the greatest minds. He listened, he learned, he adapted. That's how he built one of the most powerful empires the world has ever seen. He wasn't just a conqueror, he was a student, always learning, always growing. The truth is this: you will never be finished. Ego will try to convince you that you've mastered your craft, that you've learned enough. But the second you believe that, you start to fall. To defeat ego, you stay humble. You remain open to knowledge. And most importantly, you never stop learning. Empty your cup. Lesson 3. Talk less, do more. Words. They can be intoxicating, lulling you into a false sense of power. They convince you that talk equates to strength. But make no mistake, words are merely noise. Ego wants you to boast, to craft an illusion of grandeur with empty promises. But remember this: action is what truly defines you. Your deeds shape your legacy. Look at General William Tecumseh Sherman. A man of action, he never wasted time on grand speeches or hollow claims. His focus was unyielding, his resolve relentless. During the Civil War, Sherman marched through Georgia, laying waste to everything in his path. He didn't need to declare his intentions. His action spoke volumes. He forged a path through the heart of the enemy, demonstrating that true strength lies in execution, not rhetoric. Ryan Holiday's lesson echoes through time. Let your actions speak for you. Ego will whisper lies, convincing you that simply talking about your goals is sufficient. But true power emerges from the battlefield of action, where the results of your efforts stand tall against doubt and complacency. If you want to rise above the noise, if you wish to carve your name into the annals of history, let your deeds define you. Embrace the relentless spirit of Sherman. Be resolute. Be unwavering. Make your actions resonate louder than your words, for it is in the silence of your determination that your true legacy is forged. Lesson 4. Remain humble in success. Success. It's what we fight for. It's the summit of our efforts, the reward for our sacrifices. But beware, when you achieve it, when you stand atop that mountain, that's when ego strikes hardest. It whispers sweet lies, telling you that you've made it, that you're invincible. It tempts you to relax, to bask in your triumphs, to believe that the fight is over. But the truth? Success is merely another step in the journey. It's not the end. Ryan Holiday warns us that success breeds complacency. It lulls you into a false sense of security, making you forget the struggle, the hard-earned lessons etched into your soul along the way. And once you forget, you become vulnerable, exposed to the very forces that once propelled you forward. Take Howard Hughes, a name that echoes through history. He was a man who had it all: wealth, power, influence. He was a pioneer in aviation, an Oscar-winning filmmaker, and a maverick in business. But as he climbed to the apex of his success, his ego began to isolate him. Hughes surrounded himself with sycophants, yes men who fueled his delusions of grandeur. They didn't challenge him, they only reinforced his misguided beliefs. As his empire grew, so did his detachment from reality. Hughes stopped listening to reason, becoming a recluse, governed by his fears and obsessions. He spiraled deeper into a world of paranoia and eccentricity, losing sight of the very principles that had once driven his success. And in the end, his empire crumbled under the weight of his unchallenged ego. His once great accomplishments were overshadowed by the decay of his judgment. The warning is clear. Success isn't a destination. It's a test of character. Ego wants you to believe that once you've succeeded, the fight is over. But the real battle begins when you reach the top. It takes even more discipline to stay there than it did to get there. You must remain vigilant, continually striving for improvement, holding on to the lessons learned during your ascent. Never forget this truth. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment you begin to fall. The journey demands resilience, a constant reminder that true strength lies in humility, not hubris. Lesson 5. Embrace failure as a teacher. Failure can be a dagger to the heart or a crucible for growth. Yet when ego reigns, failure shackles us in shame and denial, blinding us to the lessons hidden within. It can tempt us to retreat, to hide from our mistakes, and to believe that we are defined by our shortcomings. But the truth is, within every failure lies the potential for profound transformation. John McCain faced failure time and again throughout his life, from his time as a prisoner of war to his political defeats. But rather than allowing these setbacks to define him, he embraced them. He confronted failure with unwavering courage, allowing it to shape his character rather than shatter it. Each wound became a lesson, each defeat a stepping stone to resilience. McCain's journey illustrates the strength found in humility and the resolve to rise again. It's clear, you must embrace failure as a teacher. It can lead to transformation and rebirth. When you face failure, do not retreat into the shadows. Confront it with unyielding resolve. Allow it to forge your character. Ego will urge you to hide from failure, but that is a deception. Seek the truth within your missteps, for in that confrontation lies your greatest strength. Lesson 6. Be careful who you surround yourself with. In this battle against ego, we cannot forget the power of those around us. Ego desires isolation, a fortress where it can fester. Yet true strength is found in collaboration and humility. In moments of doubt, it is our allies who challenge us to see beyond our blind spots. They help us dismantle the walls that ego builds around us. Holiday tells us about the Stoics, ancient philosophers knew the value of community. They sought counsel from trusted allies and welcomed criticism. Seneca, a titan of Stoicism, recognized that truth often resides in the perspectives of others. By surrounding themselves with truth-tellers, they dismantled their own egos and remained grounded in reality. Their wisdom reminds us that we are not solitary warriors. We are part of a greater tapestry. The lesson is clear. Surround yourself with truth-tellers. Seek mentors and allies who challenge you, who force you to confront your ego. Their insights will sharpen your focus, reminding you of the humility necessary for growth. In this battle, isolation is a weapon of self-destruction. Embrace collaboration. It is the bedrock of resilience and strength. Lesson 7. Commit to perpetual growth. The path to mastery is not a fleeting moment of triumph. It is a relentless march through shadows, a continuous struggle against complacency. Ego whispers sweet nothings, convincing us that we have arrived, lulling us into a false sense of security. But the truth is stark. The work is never done. The moment you believe you've peaked is when you begin to descend into oblivion. In this pursuit, greatness is not a destination. It is a journey without end, requiring unwavering dedication and an insatiable hunger for improvement. Each day presents an opportunity to hone our skills and push beyond our limits. The fight against ego demands commitment to the work, for in this relentless pursuit lies our true strength. Consider the late Kobe Bryant, a titan of the basketball court whose legacy transcends mere statistics. He was not just a player, he was a relentless warrior, an embodiment of tireless dedication. Even after achieving monumental success, 5 NBA championships, Kobe did not rest. Instead, he approached each season with fervor, constantly seeking to refine his game and evolve. Kobe embraced the Mamba mentality, a relentless drive to improve every single day. After his final championship, when many would celebrate, he returned to the gym, pushing himself harder than ever. He studied opponents, analyzed his weaknesses, and honed his skills, understanding that complacency was the enemy of excellence. His work ethic was legendary. He arrived at practice hours early, refining every aspect of his game. The lesson is clear. Commit to perpetual growth. Greatness demands continuous effort. Let your work define you, not the accolades or applause. Embrace the grind, for there is no finish line in the pursuit of excellence. Ego may tell you that you've achieved enough, but the battle against complacency is unyielding. In the shadows of success, let your commitment to improvement illuminate your path. Each moment is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. Remember this: true warriors never stop fighting. The struggle is ongoing, and every decision shapes the legacy you will leave behind. In the end, the battle against ego is not just a fight, it is a lifelong commitment. We've traversed the shadows of ambition, the perilous heights of success, and the treacherous depths of failure. Each chapter teaches us that ego is the enemy, not just of achievement, but of character, humility, and growth. Remember this: your actions define you, not the empty words that ego seeks to amplify. Stay vigilant, for success can breed complacency, whispering lies that you have arrived. And as we've learned from the legends who came before us, whether it's the relentless spirit of Kobe Bryant or the unyielding resolve of great leaders, your journey is far from over. Embrace the work, commit to perpetual growth, and stay humble in the face of success. This is the way of the warrior. Ego may rise to challenge you, but it is in your power to reject it. Stand firm. Fight back. Remember, it's your world. Build it.